Hello everyone, John Drugger 12 back here again with another Dragon Ball Z video. For some reason lately I've been in a real big Dragon Ball Z mood and I just want to talk a lot of shit about Dragon Ball Z. And I mean that in a good way, not in a bad way, like I want to bash it. But there's something that's been annoying me for a good while now, which is like every time I watch a video that has to do with something Dragon Ball Z, whether it's about the movie, the future, the current video I'm talking about, current video that I'm watching, whatever. A lot of people have been talking about Super Saiyan God, obviously, the new power level that's achieved in the movie. But not only that, but they've been talking a lot about comparing storylines. And the biggest one is Bardock being the original Super Saiyan God, but not only that, but being the original Super Saiyan. And they are getting all these three storylines joined together. It's all conjoined, and everybody continues to mistakenly make this statement that, oh, Bardock's this character, Bardock is the original, he's everything. And I just wanted to clarify it in this video. I'm going to try and make this as short as possible because it's not really that important. I just wanted to just officially say it because it's just been annoying the fuck out of me. Because what people are doing is trying to overrate Bardock. Bardock's story is very short and sweet. There you go. That's what it is. But he's not the original Super Saiyan, nor is he the original Super Saiyan God. A lot of people like to mistake this because of the special that came out not that long ago. It was episode of Bardock. But people need to understand is that even though episode of Bardock, Bardock becomes a Super Saiyan, and he's the main reason as to why Frieza's ancestor is afraid of Saiyans and develops this fear through his family. The fear of the Saiyans and the Super Saiyan specifically doesn't mean he's the original Super Saiyan, nor is he the original Super Saiyan God. First off, in episode of Bardock, it's said that he's transported back in time for some reason, and I'm not trying to bash episode of Bardock. I like episode of Bardock. It's funny, it's cool, it's fun, but it's stupid. That's the only downfall of episode of Bardock. It's stupid. That aside, him becoming a Super Saiyan in this special doesn't make sense, but at the same time, doesn't really matter because it's supposed to serve a purpose, and it does. But at the end of the day, it's not really canon. A lot of people have been having these difficulties with deferring canon storylines with just storylines that are done out of the fuck out of it, and then there's fan-made storylines. Unfortunately, there's a lot of specials that are not canon. Episode of Bardock is not really that canon because Toriyama has nothing to do with it, and it just doesn't make that much sense to me. Unfortunately, but there you go. Now, the original Super Saiyan. Bardock is not the original Super Saiyan. The original Super Saiyan existed before anything in the events of Dragon Ball happened. He was born in the original Saiyan planet, not Saiyan planet Vegeta. That's another thing that people kind of mistaken is that planet Vegeta is their official world. The Saiyans tend to adopt planets, as we have grown to know over this overall series. So planet Vegeta is not really their planet, and the original planet wasn't that far away was blown up because of the original Super Saiyan. So right there, the thought is flawed, because if Bardock was the original Super Saiyan, he would have exploded with the Saiyan's original planet. So then no Bardock. The original Super Saiyan God. The original Super Saiyan God occurred after the Super Saiyan lore story, legend, so to speak, and is born on planet Vegeta. And he also can't be Bardock because there's a specific scene when they're trying to explain the theory and the view and all that bullshit about the Super Saiyan God and Battle of Gods. There's a clear clip, I guess you could say. It's not really that long, but there's a good sketch of Super Saiyan God attacking evil Saiyans, because that's his whole thing. He wants to he wants to rid the Saiyan world, of Saiyan population, of evil and good. He wants to separate it all. Unsuccessfully, of course. Unfortunately, that also can't be Bardock, because if you watch that clip, he obviously does not look anything like Bardock. He has a silhouette similar to Vegeta. So no. Plus, at the time of the events of that occurred, if Bardock was even alive at that point, I'm pretty fucking sure that he would have nothing to do with ridding the world of evil, seeing as how he was fucking evil. He didn't change his ways until, 5 minutes prior to his death. So, there you go. Unfortunately, I'm not trying to bash anything, and I'm not trying to sound like an asshole, but it's just been pissing me off that people keep saying, oh, Bardock, he's the original Super Saiyan, he's the original Super Saiyan God. He's not. There are 3 completely different storylines in the Dragon Ball mythos, so to speak. And I just want to clarify it, to put it out there, saying that no, that's wrong. No, he's not. They're different. That's a different guy. Different people. There you go. But that's all I have to say. But just before I end this video, I just wanted to make a little quick note of, isn't it kind of strange that, let's say that they both existed and there were specific people in the Dragon Ball world. The original Super Saiyan is born and dies prior to the original Super Saiyan God. Isn't it kind of strange that Vegeta has no knowledge of the Super Saiyan God? I know you have to take in the fact that, this whole movie and this whole Super Saiyan God is invented for the movie itself, but at the same time, it just feels weird that Vegeta, who knows practically his entire heritage and his whole history of the Saiyan race, that he had zero fucking clue what Super Saiyan God was. It was just kind of strange to me. He loved the shit out of the legend and obsessed over it for years of Super Saiyan, but not Super Saiyan God, a more powerful level that he could have used fucking perfectly in this whole time period. But I just wanted to put that out there. And if there was a question to put in this video, there's not really any kind of statement I'm trying to go off. All I'm trying to put out there is that Bardock is not the original Super Saiyan, nor is he the Super Saiyan God. They're 3 completely different people, 3 completely different storylines, and 3 completely different eras in the Dragon Ball timeline. But if all I have to say is, feel free to comment if you don't agree or disagree or agree. Please feel to comment. And also, if there was a question in need of what I want to ask anybody who's watching this, who's a Dragon Ball Z purist and fan, all I have to say is, what do you think? Do you agree with what I have to say? Do you think episode of Bardock is canon? And also, do you also believe that they are the same person? Even though they aren't, but do you think it? And that's all I have to say, and this has been John Trigger 12, and come back to check out my other Dragon Ball Z upcoming videos, and that's it.